Hi there, hope everyone's having a nice day. So in this video I will be sharing what I have done so far with the clothing system for a survival story. So if you look off to the left hand side, these are the clothing slots. So just starting from the bottom, we have the foot support, which includes socks and items like insoles, which would help provide protection from impacts like jumping, as well as socks and similar items for weather protection. We have the slot for bottom clothing, which is pretty much for your bottom half of your body. So pants, shorts, like sweatpants, so items of that sort. We have hand protection, which includes gloves, mittens, say wraps, so anything for your hands. We have the upper part of your body, so that's your t-shirts, your shirts, tank tops, sweaters, so items like that. And then for the neck, we've got, say for cold weather, we've got scarves, we've got necklaces for like decorative items or valuables that you can trade. And I'm thinking like with hot weather, we would have something like cold packs, so items similar to that effect. And then we have the eyewear, so that's eyeglasses, sunglasses, other protective eyewear. All right, so I have created some items to demonstrate each of these slots. So for example, say starting in the beginning of the game, you would only be able to craft very basic items. So for example, items from plant fiber. So we have a fiber shirt. So then you just drop it into the slot, and then it'll just update, and it'll just show in game. So we've got fiber pants for the bottom half slot, and I also have fiber gloves for the hands. So that's how that looks. There we go. So this is what you'll look like in the beginning of the game when we haven't found any, decent clothing yet. So now later on, of course, as you're looting, or maybe just after defeating mobs, you might be able to find some better clothing. So for example, we've got the cotton t-shirt, your basic t-shirt. You just swap it out, and you just start upgrading to better clothing that'll provide better insulation and better protection from damage. So for example, these are leather gloves. That's pretty much how that works. And so for the foot support slot, I've got the socks, and that's how that looks like. Here's an example of a scarf for, say, the cold weather, or like a necklace, a pendant. So that's what that looks like as far as a necklace goes. Also got shorts. And for the eyewear slot, here's a pair of sunglasses. He's starting to look pretty cool there. Here's some eyeglasses. There we go. Now all the items that you find, that you will be able to find and loot in game, will have randomly generated different colors. So these are just the default ones, just for demo purposes, but they will be generated with different colors automatically. So, and just to demonstrate, here I'm going to place these items here so that I've got it set up where if you were to right click on the item while you're wielding it, it'll just change to a different random color. Obviously in real gameplay, players won't be able to do this. You would probably need some sort of a coloring dye station, but just for demo purposes, we're able to just right click and let's try a few different colors here. There. All right, yeah. And so as you can see, you can see the different colors of the clothing. Here's a set of red ones. Our socks. Oop, let's grab these socks. And the gloves, let's see here. I think I've got a brighter color for the leather gloves. And there you go. And so you can see it dynamically updates in the game as far as the coloring. All right. And just if you're curious about what it looks like with the other player model, we can do that. It's essentially the same. All the clothing is pretty much the same except for like the top portion, since the for example, this female model has a different, torso shape. So, but the clothing pretty much is the same icon, the same fit, and everything like that. But there you go. Let's give her some shorts. The pendant on there. Eyeglasses. And yeah. So that's pretty much how that works. For now, the clothing does not impact the actual stats or anything at all. That's still to be implemented, and of course that's going to be a big mechanic in the game where, of course, wearing clothing and certain type of clothing will give you better benefits and protection based on the biome and the weather as well. So it's just not implemented yet. It's just purely cosmetic for this time, but that will be in progress. My next task is now the armor. So I'm going to be creating the armor system, and that will involve creating additional larger meshes that will overlay on top. So that'll be a bit of a challenge, but it'll be interesting. Be a lot of fun as well. So at this point, there is a settings area that I added. So there was a concern about the highlight colors for the recipe items. And this also includes the tooltips. So like by default, the green and the reds are somewhat of a subdued kind of darker color. So for those of us who needs it to be a little bit brighter, you can just hit the settings tab, and for example, you can do a brighter setup here, and I'll give you like a little preview off on this side. So if you're swap back over, you can see that the highlight colors are a lot brighter, and I'm hoping that's a lot more helpful for everybody. And yeah, the settings tab will be pretty important as well, as I throw in other game specific settings that can be adjusted, that can be related to UI or just gameplay mechanics that can be adjusted on the fly. So hope you guys like what you see, and that should be it that I have for you at this point. Any questions or comments? I'd love to hear it. All right, thank you. Bye.